Hello everyone, welcome to Sade's Tarot Tea. So today I am going to be doing a reading on Queen Naija. So I know people have been waiting and asking for me to do this reading on her, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Really excited to know about her personality. I've always been curious about Queen, so we'll see like definitely what comes out. So I'm going to pull on her personality and also what's in store for Queen Naija, and also I'm going to pull on her relationship with her boyfriend that she is currently with, and we'll see if she's going to have any more kids. So yeah, we'll see what's going to happen with her. I actually don't know a lot about Queen. I just know that she used to have YouTube videos of her singing, and I actually found out about her through Kaylani, because Kaylani was like, oh, this girl's going to be a big star, and she was like really excited about her. So that's all I really know about Queen. So we'll see what comes out. Guys, just know that this reading is completely harmless. Everything I say about Queen is not to attack her. It's to simply, shed light on her personality and what she's currently going through. And as I said that, the Five of Pentacles is coming out. So already I'm kind of pulling on her energy, and I'm seeing that she's already having money problems. So that's crazy that my cards already picked up that energy from her. Before I get started, we're going to go ahead and discuss something, so you can skip this part if you already know the drill. I'm available for personal readings. May is filling up, guys. Thank you so much for booking with me. I'm so excited to talk to you guys, to meet you guys, and to connect. So thank you so much, guys, for all of the love and support on my Instagram you've been giving me, and with being so patient with me. Yeah, so to book a reading with me, I'm going to leave it in the description below how to book with me. And then you'll just follow that link, and you'll be able to be connected to my calendar. Like I said, May readings are filling up, so just make sure that you get, if you want a quick reading with me soon. I don't mean quick in the sense like I rush through it. I mean quick, like if you want to hurry up and be read on already, just choose the reading for May. And yeah, but I have the other months open too. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I have Queen's birth chart pulled up here. So she is a Libra with her moon in Cancer, her Mercury in Libra, her Venus is in Scorpio, and her Mars is in Scorpio. Ooh, so instantly I feel already, just looking at her chart and feeling her energy, Queen is a very intense person. It's kind of hard for her to date guys because she's so intense. Like she's like with that Scorpio and that moon in Cancer, like she just is kind of like in your face with her personality. She's very loud and very boisterous with what she has to say. Her Mercury is in Libra, so she's careful. I don't know what's in her third house, which still deals with like communication, but she's just very loud about her personality. She doesn't give a fuck. Like she has that Libra like air about her where she wants to remain in a very harmonious type of environment, but she quickly finds herself in like dramatic situations that aren't the best for her. She attracts a lot of people that use her. She trusts very easily too. Ironically enough, having that Scorpio, in her chart, you would think that she wasn't trustworthy. She has her moments definitely where she can be trustworthy, but trusting, excuse me, but for the most part, I'm getting this air about her that Queen is just very, she's very trusting. So just pulling on her energy, and as I said that, she got the Hermit in the reverse, which I already said that Queen is a very outspoken person. She's one that likes to voice her opinion. She's not very, I don't get this like dramatic air from her where she likes drama. She actually doesn't with that Libra in her chart. She doesn't like drama. She tries to stay away from it as much as possible, but unfortunately having that Scorpio in her chart makes her unable to move away from that. Yeah, and she's always, that's crazy. These cards are so aligned with my energy, guys. So crazy. As I was saying that, she often at times, guys, invites toxic people into her life. Like she invites that energy where people are like, oh, I can use Queen. I can use her. A lot of times Queen gets used or she attracts a lot of abusive people to her, and that's she has to learn. She has that Scorpio energy. So as I like to say, what and I have my Venus in Scorpio, so I'm not coming for her. I completely understand this energy. I attract with my Venus and Scorpio, I can attract very abusive people. So, or people that will use me, so that's how Queen is. She just can't help it. Like, she attracts negative energy to her all the time. Also, Queen has some habits that like, she kind of like, she likes to drink. Queen likes to drink when she gets comfortable around you. She likes to let loose and really let her personality come out when she feels like she can be confident around you. She's very easy to talk to. She has a very open personality. She's a good person. She has good energy. She uses that Scorpio to help, to have her help people. She uses it. But unfortunately, she doesn't trust her intuition a lot of times. So, Queen's intuition will be telling her, Naja, like, don't trust this person. Like, this person ain't shit, and she's like, oh, but then the Libra is like, oh, let's give that person a chance. Like, maybe they're not mean. And then this causes a lot of problems with this Tower card. This causes a lot of problems in Queen's life that she knew these things were coming. She knew what type of energy was coming towards her, but she ignored it. So it's just like she has to learn to stop ignoring her intuition, to stop blocking out, when people aren't good for her. And she'll often at times with the Two of Swords, she'll think, that her and this person are on the same page mentally. She likes guys that mentally stimulate her as well. Like, she gets turned on from that. That's a lot of the guys she attracts. She attracts a lot of air signs too. So I don't know what her boyfriend is. We'll look into that. But she attracts a lot of air signs, or just people with a lot of air like qualities where she likes that mental stimulation, and that oftentimes she likes that energy where a man can fuck with her like mentally. Like, she gets turned on by that. Like, she likes that air where a man can dominate her intellectually. She really gets off on that. Like, that's her thing. But a lot of times too, what I'm hearing is, she will try to she'll try to get on board with this, and things are going great with this person for a minute. This Nine of Swords energy in the reverse, which is another sign of an air sign man. Also something about her father too is coming out. But this more so is pointing to her love life. But I feel like her father wasn't really present in her life, actually, like the way he was supposed to be. Or she didn't have the best relationship with her father growing up. And also her mother too. Like, she doesn't have a good relationship with her family. Queen had to do a lot of things on her own. Like, I'm hearing too, when she was young, she's always known that she's wanted to be a singer, but her family doesn't support that. Like, so I don't know if you guys know anything about her fam life. Maybe they just don't support her in the sense where they don't think, I forgot what she is. I think she's like Middle Eastern mixed with like black or something. I don't know. Or she could just be Middle Eastern, or she could be black. I don't know. But I'll look that up after the reading. I didn't look anything up, guys, because I didn't want it tainting my reading of her. I just know that she's a singer, and I like that song Medicine. But I don't know, I don't know any of her other songs. But she has like a lot of men in her life too, which, I've heard other tarot readers read on this about her. Well, one other tarot reader, actually, if I'm remembering correctly, that she has controlling men around her. Very true. She always needs that like validation from a man, or from men, or just validation, period. But more so I'm hearing with men, it's like, especially from her father, she really listens to things that, even though they don't have the best relationship that she would like, or they don't have a relationship, she really pays attention to what he says or what he would say when he would give her advice. So, she's constantly leaning on men for, advice or to direct her, in some way or another. But she is in a committed relationship, I am seeing, with the Hierophant in the upright. Queen Naija really wants to get married, or I know she just got out of a divorce, actually. I didn't know that about her, and she used to be like a YouTuber with her ex. But I'm seeing that she really wants to be in a relationship. She really, she loves being in a relationship. She thrives off of relationships, and that's her Libra coming through, you know what I mean, and her Cancer. You know, she feels like there's stability in being in a relationship, there's stability with marriage. And she's her whole life, you know, I'm hearing too that her parents raised her, okay, you get married, you have kids, you know. So when Queen wanted to go off and do singing, they're just kind of like, they didn't support that because they're like, that's not what women do. Like, her family's really traditional. Her family's very traditional, so they don't support her singing career. They've never really supported her singing career, or just her wanting to be independent because she's always wanted to like. That's that Scorpio energy in her. Like, she's wanted to always be independent. She's wanted to do her own thing most of her life, but you know she gets tied between what her family says and what other people and just her friends like that she's had as well, like they're like, girl, you don't need a man, like, or she's heard that growing up in the music industry or in YouTube, on YouTube, girl, you don't, because she's been open about wanting to settle down, and she's been open with us about her relationship. And again, I don't know a lot about her, but I know she used to be a YouTuber and she used to be open with her her ex, what they would go through. And so I know she's always wanted to, just settle down, have kids as well. There is a part of her that wants to do that. But a lot of times with the Eight of Pentacles, she ends up having to walk away from these guys, or walk away from situations that don't serve her, because, it's the universe, it's that Scorpio energy moving, it's this tower energy moving these people out of her life. She has no choice, like I was saying with that Scorpio, which I will be referring to a lot, because she has a high degree in her Mars placement, which is her Mars is in Scorpio. She has like 27 degrees, and Venus in Scorpio, she has 8 degrees. But she moves more as well with her emotions like a Cancer. So it's like, when she gets all up in her emotions, she really has to go and express her emotions. And oftentimes, she'll be very vocal about it, excuse me, to an extent. But she's had her friends and people around her have had to tell her, like, Queen, like, maybe you shouldn't share that about your life. So she's actually learning now to channel more of that Scorpio energy, and that's what I'm feeling for her now. Like, she's learning to, like, not be so open about her private life, because she was on YouTube for a while. So she was used to doing stuff like that. And actually her boyfriend, at that time when she was doing YouTube with him, he's very abusive too. He would want her to get out there more. He was kind of using her for clout because she had that voice, and he knew that she was going to be a big deal. He knew. And then when it took off, he was just like, he got jealous. He was just like, whoa, like, I didn't expect you to blow up like this. You know what I mean? And so a lot of times, like, she dates men that aren't the best for her. She associates with people that, more so men, I'm feeling, that aren't the best for her, in whatever capacity. She doesn't have to be in a relationship with them. These men around her they're not good for her a lot of times. And they stifle her movement a lot. The Chariot in the reverse, they stifle her movement a lot, but she doesn't stay down for long because she got the Wheel of Fortune, which is speaking of, movement, a karmic movement, She also runs into, speaking of that, she runs into a lot of people that are part of her karmic journey. She's very sensitive as well. Like, Queen is very, with that Scorpio and that Cancer, she's very intuitive. She's very sensitive. Queen is someone that, she feels everything. I don't know what her rising's in, but I feel like her rising could be in water. She could be a Scorpio or Cancer or Pisces rising, or an air rising. So, or she could be a fire rising too, but I'm getting more so that fire and water. Water and air, excuse me. I'm getting more so that water and air from her, that she's just very fluid, and she has this beautiful energy about her. It's really relaxing. It's like fluid, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's like very fluid, but like it's water, but it's air at the same time. I can't explain it. It's not fluffy. It's heavy, but it's like light at the same time. Like, because she has her moments where she gets really intense and then she pulls back, because she gets scared of her own intensity. But she's also that person that is always there for her friends, but she also, she does that Libra thing where she forgets about her friends, and, like, not to come for Libras, but, she does that Libra thing where she'll, like, forget about other people that, rock with her, and she'll be, like, all about her relationships, And this makes a lot of her friends mad because they're like, she'll drop everything for her partner. Like, she'll drop everything. And she's all about, like, teamwork and coming together. And as I said, all that. She's all about teamwork and making a union work. She really, guys, wants to get married again. So I don't know if she's married now or, let me know. But, Queen has to learn. Spirit is saying Queen has to learn that until she learns to stop, focusing her validation on these people and not seeking within, because Queen is so, it's so beautiful. Like, she's so in tune with herself, but a lot of times, she doesn't believe in herself, or she gets in her own way, or she lets people get in her way of succeeding, because I am seeing a lot of stagnant movement from her. It's like, she starts then stops, starts then stops. I keep getting that with my cards, and I'm feeling it with her chart here pulled up. I'm feeling that from her. But she is also, she loves being a mother. She loves her kids. She always felt like she was supposed to be a mom. And, she felt like this was part of what, she wanted to make her parents proud. So that's another reason she's wanted to get pregnant as well. Like, I hate to say it, like, that is not, and I put it on top of the devil card too. So it wasn't really a good reason to get, pregnant, but she's always wanted to have kids so that she could, like, shut her parents up and, like, satisfy her parents. Yeah, Six of Swords. She's gotten past a lot of mental conflict though. A lot of things that Naija has been going through, she's been getting better. She's been learning to, shut her energy off to people that are toxic for her. She still has a way to go, because she needs to do that for her kids. I think she has 2 kids now, and I'm looking at the 2 of Pentacles as well. I think she has 2 kids now, right, guys? Yeah, but she is learning to walk away from things. She got the 8 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. I'm very proud of her in a way. She didn't always do this. Like, she's learning, guys, to walk away from people that don't serve her, either financially or emotionally, or that make her emotionally unstable, is what I keep hearing as well. Like, these people make her very emotionally unstable. And, she's learning to put her foot down and say, if it fucks with her peace, if it fucks with her mental state, because she is a Libra after all. Like, they're all about, Libras are all about mental, thinking of the mind, that's air energy. So in the past, this has fucked with her a lot, and that's why, she's been so unhappy or reluctant to move forward. But I am seeing that something's going on with her money, so we'll look into that. She's not feeling like she is doing well. She feels like her something is going on with her music too. So a lot of disagreements with her music. Whoever she works with, they're being greedy as well. Like, they're not letting her release certain types of music that she wants to do. So I am seeing some type of, she might end up leaving her record label or dropping, like I was saying, guys, I keep feeling this for her. She might end up dropping her record label that she's with, or dropping her manager or someone. I heard someone say that she works for her boyfriend's, her boyfriend sister or someone in the boyfriend's family that she's with now, manages her, or works for her. So I'm seeing that she's trying to leave. Something about leaving. She's trying to leave. I keep hearing that. So hopefully she gets out of it, because, it's not benefiting her. She has a couple of deals lined up, but they're not letting her take it. Like, they're very strict with how she moves. And they're very strict with her on, like, they're stifling her movement a lot. I keep hearing this. And we're moving into her career now. So I don't know if we'll get more music from her, guys. It's going to be a minute. I know she released, some music, a little bit ago. But I'm seeing, like, some type of stagnant going on for a minute. She's not, yeah, it's coming, but she's going through some legal battles, like, right now. I don't see the Justice card here, but I'm feeling like she's going through some legal battles with her record label, with them allowing her to release her music. Like, they're being very picky with her, and she's trying to figure out, how to, like, drop them, because, if it's, if she's still with her boyfriend's family, it's kind of like, that's a little rocky situation that could, come between her and her boyfriend. But yeah, guys, look, she's getting some opportunities though. She's getting new deals come about. Like, she's been going to meetings undercover, kind of, and not telling her boyfriend, and not, she does have that Scorpio energy. So, when they don't want you to know something, they're very slick at how they move, which is, I understand because I got my Venus in Scorpio, so I do the same thing. But yeah, guys, something, Ace of Pentacles, something's going on with her money and her stability. It's messing with her stability. It's messing with her, it's starting to interfere with her children. And, Queen is very protective of her kids, she is such as, like, that's when you'll see, like, her Scorpio come out, like, when you mess with her kids, like, obviously we'd hope, right? But something with Nine of Swords, something with this dude, I gotta look up his zodiac sign, like, yeah, Four of Pentacles, something's going on in regards to that too. Yeah, her love life. I'm moving a little bit into her love life now. She's trying to decide if she should trust him still, but for the most part they're happy together. I'm seeing, we'll look more into his energy and her energy together, but something is going on with her work, and she's trying to make him happy, and she's trying to make herself happy with her job, with singing, because she hasn't been having a lot of luck with that. And she's been very unstable in regards to her money. So she's trying to I feel like she's trying to look for a new record label. So I don't know if you guys know anything about that, but they're just, it's kind of a tricky situation because they're not agreeing with her music. They're not liking the direction that she's moving into. But she keeps getting the Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, which is good. So that speaks of her getting wishes granted. She's getting something fulfilled. You know what I mean? So I believe this is having to do with her. She's being more independent. Like, she's always been like that, but she's being more independent, and she's taking matters into her own hands, because Six of Cups in the upright. Yeah, because she's realizing, okay, like, but she's just being careful. Nine of Wands in the reverse. She keeps getting nines. Queen is just being very careful not to step on anybody's toes. It's that Libra energy. She's trying to move very, slyly around people, and that Scorpio, I keep referring to her chart, but, it's helping me get even more into her energy. So yeah, she's just moving slyly around, situations. She's trying to watch what she does. She doesn't want to upset anybody. She doesn't want to burn bridges. She hates burning bridges. But yeah, it's starting to interfere with her kids, like getting food on the table and shit like that. And she don't play when it comes to that. And Queen, since she moved away from her family, she's been very unstable financially. It's always been very up and down with her. And her family has been trying to convince her to come back home to, like, live that housewife, like, simple life. So it's like she's trying, I feel from her, she's tugged, like, she's pulled, she's still having this tug of war within herself, and she wants to please her family, she wants to please her boyfriend, she wants to please herself. But Queen, you gotta freaking please yourself, you know what I mean? Like, you can't, because it's not working for you. You need to do for yourself, and Scorpios have to learn that, Libras have to learn that. So she's pulled between, okay, the biggest thing I feel for her energy right now is, and her boyfriend is, like, up in her face, like, in her ear, like, pay attention to me. Like, her boyfriend pulls her a lot as well. So we'll see what else comes out for her boyfriend. So we're gonna pull my love deck for that. Okay, so I just pulled up Clarence's chart, and I'm seeing that he has his sun in Sagittarius, his moon is in Libra, his Mercury, Venus, and Mars are in Sagittarius. Homeboy is all Sagittarius. So yes, the first card I pulled automatically for them both is that they both need to let go of control issues. I feel like, they both have to have it their way, with, Queen Naija having that Mars in Scorpio and Clarence having his Mars in Sagittarius. This energy in itself can clash a lot. So I feel like they have a lot of arguments, and they will go, like, almost weeks without talking to each other. Like, even though they live together and I just saw that they just had a kid together. Don't know how long ago that was, and she did come up as the Empress, so it makes sense. Like, even though, Clarence they'll go weeks without talking to each other. They'll go weeks without talking to each other, even though they live together. They both can get very stubborn, and have to have it their way. They both, grew up from a background where it wasn't the most stable. And Clarence likes to control her a lot too. I feel like Queen likes to control too, but not as much as um, not as much as Clarence. He's very controlling, very controlling. Like I'm feeling like he has to know at all times where she is. He has to know where she's going. He has to know what time. He's just like, okay, well, what time are you gonna be home though? What time are you gonna be home, Naj? He calls her Naj. What time are you gonna be home, Naj? And she's like, I don't know, like, 5 o'clock. Like, damn, like, can you watch the kids? He doesn't like watching his children a lot too. Like, he likes to. I'm not trying to make him a deadbeat father, but he. I don't like the energy I get from him. He's very arrogant too. And Queen is actually coming out as the Queen of Pentacles. So she's, she's she makes a lot of the money. She makes a lot of the money that comes into the house. And she's been feeling like, some pressure because, like, I don't know what Clarence does, but, I think I saw that he's like a model or something. But it doesn't make a lot of, like, he doesn't really make money. Like, he's kind of like a deadbeat. But they had this, like, agreement that it would be like that. Like, okay, like, I'll take care of the kids and you just go out, Queen, and you, like, babe, make the money. You know what I mean? And I don't want to say that he's using her. I don't want to, be that person. But what I'm seeing is there's not they don't see eye to eye on a lot of things in regards to, like, just like the way Queen was brought up, the religious factor, even though this is in the reverse, I feel like I feel like they have a lot of problems with this as well, even though this is in the reverse, but I have to go with my intuition, and I'm feeling like they have a lot of problems with this. There are times where, they both believe in God. They both are very Christian, or whatever Queen is, I feel like, they share the same type of, like, religion in a sense, or if it's not the same type of religion, it's the same type of beliefs almost, like they see eye to eye on that, and they got the love yourself first card. And I feel like this is more for Clarence. I feel like Clarence, like, stares at himself in the mirror a lot. Like, I don't know if he's, not to attack my Leos, but I don't know if he's a Leo rising, because Leos like to stare at themselves, or Virgo rising, or not to attack my Virgos either. But I feel like, he's very vain like that. He likes to stare at himself, and he just does this a lot in the mirror. He's like, hey, like, what up? I just see him moving like this a lot, and Queen is just like, oh my god, like, you're so annoying. Like he's such a pretty boy, and I'm gonna put pictures of him up. I was looking at him too. I was just like, but he has this energy where he has this interesting energy, guys. It's like he's very arrogant, but the minute, Queen has, like, people that look at her, or, roll up on her or do something, like, he checks her phone. He's very controlling, and she is too. She has trust issues, but he doesn't really let her check his phone, like, and he deletes the messages. Like, he deletes messages before she sees them. Excuse me. And Queen knows that he does this, again, has that Scorpio energy, so she's already in that moon in Cancer, so she's already very intuitive as it is. And Libra too, I think the Libra helps. But the Libra, have to say, the Libra and Scorpio are what keep her there, and the Cancer. Oh my god, her whole chart, like, it just yeah. And then the let your friends help you in the reverse. Okay, guys, I was saying that when Queen is in a relationship, she forgets her friends. Like, she doesn't listen to her friends. She gets very stubborn. It's that Scorpio. She's very stubborn. She doesn't want to listen. Can't tell her shit. She doesn't pop off on them, but they just don't. She doesn't want to hear it. She's just like, I don't want to hear. When she's in a relationship, she's very protective over her boyfriend. She's very possessive. And she stays way too long, and that's Scorpio Mars. And also, she feels like he's her soulmate. They told me to pull another card. She feels like he's her soulmate. He doesn't feel like that, but she feels like that, and he's like, he only feels like, okay, like they're together because, you know, she's the breadwinner, and, you know, he has an easy life because Queen does make, you know, she has problems struggling financially a bit. But, you know, my cards are saying that, you know, there is someone better for her. Like this Clarence guy, I don't know much about him, but I just get this energy. He like checks her phone, he times her almost like, maybe doesn't set a clock or a timer, but literally it's like he's timing her. Like he's like, okay, like when are you gonna be home? And Sagittariuses can be like that. When they're possessive, they're like, yeah, you're supposed to be here at this time and this time and this time, and you weren't here. And they're like blowing your phone up. Like I was saying about Queen, like when she's in a relationship, it's like she don't have friends. Like she completely like forgets about people, or like wanting help, or, you know what, like I don't know, like she just has that like very stubborn energy. She also chooses guys that, um she chooses guys, he's also cheating. He's cheated on her a few times. He's getting my Three of Swords, and it's in the reverse, but he's cheated on her a few times. Which, again, the devil. Yes. Cheated on her a few times. I mean, if you follow them, I'm sure that's not a shock. Yeah, he's cheated on her a couple times. I want to say like 4 or 5. And she doesn't want, you know, she does come to her friends, but, you know, it's gotten to the point where they're like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Like, you always take him back, you know, and it's gotten to the point where now she just deals with it on her own, which is my friend, let your friends help you in the reverse card. But she also doesn't feel like she deserves better. You deserve love. She doesn't feel like she deserves better. I feel like this is her energy. I feel like, you know, Clarence has had a few things happen to him too, where, you know, he feels that way too. Like he's not as confident as he makes himself seem. And, you know, Sagittariuses can do that when they're, you know, those insecure Sagittariuses, they'll boast about things. They'll be overly, maybe it's not Leo in his chart, but it's that Sag energy, or if he's a Virgo, you know, or again, it could be Aries or Leo. You know, I'm getting this very like, well, I'm the shit type of energy from him, and deep down, he doesn't really feel like that. You know, even though he's always told his whole life when he was little, like he's very handsome. Like he would have, you know, people would tell his mom, like, oh my God, your son is so handsome. Like he's such a heartbreaker. You know, he's always heard that growing up, but, you know, like, I don't know, like he's just very cocky, but he's very controlling. Express your love. He also makes Queen feel like she can't do better. He also makes her feel like that, or like you're not gonna get better than me. Like you want to get into arguments, you're not gonna get better than me. But it's saying, actually, she would get better than you, dude. And, you know, also my cards are saying stay optimistic. You know, like there is better out there. She gets down on herself. Like maybe, you know, even if you guys see her happy, I think I saw a video of her like goofing around or something like that. I don't know if that was Clarence in the video. But, you know, she's a lot of times, you know, she's kicked him out too, like, or like walked away from the house. Like, you know, she's just like she doubts her relationship with him a lot, you know. So she's got a lot going on, guys. I pulled a lot of cards for her. I don't see it going really well with this Clarence dude. So let's see if they'll end things. As I said, that 10 of Swords in the upright speaks of an ending. That's very clear. Speaks of an ending. This answered me. I feel like, guys, with the Judgment card, it keeps calling me. I feel like, yeah, they're gonna end soon. Or it's gonna come up, and it could be in the next 10 months, 10 years, 10 weeks. You know, you know, I'm not good with timelines, but, you know, it could come up that, you know, this decision is needing to be made. My Hangman card in the reverse, but it's being avoided, you know. So guys, you know, let me know what you guys think. Right now, I don't see anything going on for Queen with music. I feel like she's trying to focus on her kids and getting stable and trying to fight to release more music, because whoever is helping her, whether that's the boyfriend's family or, you know, whatever's going on with that, I am sensing that there's been a lot of instability with that. And, so I'm seeing that come out. And also with this, you know, this guy she's dating, I don't see that working out. But it's just being avoided. You know, it's Spirit is saying she needs to walk away from him. He's very controlling. They have their good moments where, you know, it's cute and fun, and, you know, he has his moments where he's a good dad, but he's not always there for the kids the way he should be. He also is that type of dude that likes to go out a lot. He likes to leave Queen home by herself a lot. So that is interesting as well. You know, and her friends, guys, they tell her that, or they've told her, you know, they stop because she just gets so defensive and she defends. Queen, unfortunately, is like, if she hears that the man is, this could be her Mars and Scorpio, but if she hears that, you know, if she hears that, what's his name, Clarence cheated, like she kicks him out, she deals with him, but she blames the woman too, like, you know. But she blames both of them, but she's also about like women empowerment, so she doesn't completely, she lets it go to an extent with the woman, like she's not as harsh on the woman, but Queen, just remember that it's the man's fault too, it's not always the woman's fault, you know. But it takes her a while to realize that she's not perfect. We're not perfect. Not judging her for it, but you know, she needs to remember in the moment she goes crazy. She's just like, what the fuck? Like, you know, with that Scorpio energy. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. This was my reading on Queen Naija and her boyfriend Clarence White. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And you know, I may make a part two, who knows, you know. But if you guys would like to book a personal reading with me, just go ahead and hit that link in the description and book with me, guys. I'm a lot of fun, so and as you could tell, my readings are in depth, so it's worth it. Okay. Thank you guys for all of the love and support. I appreciate you watching this video on Queen Naija. Let's wish her the best. Let's pray for her to get out of this record label shit she's in, or her money problems, whatever's going on with that. Let's pray that she gets, you know, she's able to move on to another record label, because I am seeing as well that she has options, which is good. She's very talented. You know, love her energy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. This has been my reading on Queen Naija. Love and light, guys. Bye.